Hello all students, welcome to April 5th JEE Main evening shift live paper discussion from Resonance e-learning division. In today's paper, especially evening paper, in comparison to morning paper, the level of the paper is much more became comfortable or easier. So whatever the previous sessions like 2nd April and 4th April, the level of the paper was maintained above moderate. When it came to today's paper, right, even a morning shift paper and even the evening shift paper, they came to more and more on the easier side. It's not like a very easy, but still many of the students, majority of the questions are doable. So with this, one challenge will come for the good students, for the very strong prepared students, that cutoff will go higher, because if more number of students are giving more number of questions they are solving, then obviously the scores will be higher, then cutoffs also will spike up. So understand this logic, and even you take even 2nd April and 4th April questions also, and today 5th April question, all shifts together also, they are comfortable in comparison to January shift papers. So this is one thing you have to understand. Another clear observation I have seen, the questions from organic chemistry were of higher weightage in the entire April session, particularly today 5th April morning session. A lot of questions came from organic chemistry. Even this time also, from the students' quick reaction responses, we are understanding that more questions are asked from organic chemistry. But still, even more questions are asked. They are all the questions restricted to NCERT level of preparation itself. Any reagents, any question, any concept they are asking, they are all there in the NCERT itself. So understand this point, how important it is to read at least once and know it and record it, note it, what all the points are there in the NCERT chapter by chapter, how to prepare it, right? So one very important thing we have to understand here, whatever maths paper is there, it is not difficult in any of the shift. Today's it is the 6th paper. In the April session, it is the 6th paper. But in all the papers, entire papers, nowhere maths has come difficult till now. It was moderate, means approachable. You can, if preparation was in a good level, then definitely they can be done. But only one challenge it was there, that the questions, majority of the questions were made lengthier, to kill most of your time. Therefore, such a type of strategies you have to develop. If if 10 students are there, if 9 students are doing some particular question, particular concept, they are applying, solving the question in one particular style, 9 people, then you have to think differently, that from 6 to 7 minutes, how I can decrease it to 1.5 to 2 minutes. That is what the strategy required, because all the students are given same test paper, but how some students are getting cent percent marks, 300 out of 300 perfect score they are making, and other students are not able to do it. So understand this logic. So there are strategies, tricks need to be followed. That is what we teach in resonance colleges, different resonance campuses, how logically, how effectively the questions can be cracked down, so that as soon as possible the answer can be reached, so that lot of time will be saved. And if you are saving from one question itself for 4-5 minutes, understand in that 5 minutes 2-3 more extra questions can be solved. That much important this strategies, right? So same approach will not work here, different approaches you have to develop. And another particular important point is time management. So if any student is feeling challenging in managing the time, 3 hours duration of time in solving 75 questions, just think of that students who have completed all 75 out of 75 in the same time duration what is given to you, right? At least may not be 75, but to whatever extent ability we are having. So according to that, we have to plan so that the efficiency or the preparation or performance level can be improved a lot, right? So particularly coming to maths, that was a thing. And then if you see physics papers are moderate papers, and also what was observed here in physics is many of the questions are comfortably can be done, and just formula based majority of the questions to substitute the data given and then to calculate and get the answer, majority of the questions. So what the expert faculties were telling is, if the student is on an average, normally he or she is focused, grasping the concepts and practicing the questions, then he will be comfortably do the physics part also. Now coming to chemistry, as myself, sorry to I have not introduced myself Vamsi Krishna, senior faculty in Resonance Institutions, and I teach chemistry. So from my subject, if I say about chemistry, as everybody knows, physical, organic, inorganic, three parts it is there. Physical chemistry, you have to select. If you cannot prepare for all the chapters, then at least you have to do the selection, best selection you have to do. Like from the 11th standard, mole concept is mandatory, because for all the chapters of physical and also some of the organic chapters, mole concept is needed. Then second mandatory is atomic structure, because atomic structure is coming from 9th standard onwards. Therefore just building up of concepts is needed, extra concepts are there. And also atomic structure, by studying, one more advantage is in your physics also in the form of modern physics, right? Atom and nuclei, two chapters, small chapters are there, na? So there also you will be getting the same concept, photoelectric effect and Bohr's model, all these are. So understand it. So one chapter preparation will be helpful in two different subjects. Similar to that, thermodynamics also. So maybe thermochemistry, from the chemistry point you have to study extra, but thermodynamics can be majoritarily 60 to 70% of thermodynamics is the same in both physics and chemistry, only with a sign conversion, right? So this type. And what are left over in 11th standard? Chemical equilibrium, ionic equilibrium, redox reaction. Redox reaction is also must, and if you are reading redox reactions, you can prepare continuation to it, electrochemistry also of 12th standard. And in 12th standard, the leftover two physical chapters are kinetics and solutions and colligative properties. Solutions, half of it concentration terms, it is there in 11th standard, right? And what you need to extra prepare is colligative properties, 4 colligative properties and the Van de Hoff factor. Mandatorily one question will come, and I will guaranteely say in this today's paper also, who will be one of the chemistry faculty will be discussing, just see from the solutions and colligative properties, one question will definitely come. So in this manner, this is the physical chemistry part, you have to apply the strategy. Then coming to inorganic chemistry, the 4 major chapters mandatory also to be done, because once the S block, hydrogen, then metallurgy, chemical reactions of compounds of P block, S block are removed from the syllabus of overall inorganic chemistry got concised. So from this lesser syllabus itself, you are getting good number of questions. So here you can find a good opportunity also in making chemistry as a scoring subject. Everybody says, right, chemistry scoring, chemistry scoring. That is a level wise in comparison to physics and maths, definitely easier subject. And within chemistry also, there are certain areas where you can easily grab the questions, easily get the marks. So one such a set is periodic table, chemical bonding, D and F block, coordination compound. These 4 mandatorily to be prepared. D and F block plus coordination compounds is one set. Periodic table, that is ionization energy, electron affinity, electronegativity, atomic size, very important. And chemical bonding, as you know, VBT theory is the one which will be focused, or very rarely MOT also will be asked, MOT also will be taken, right? So that is a part of inorganic chemistry. Now coming to last part, organic chemistry. Organic chemistry, 40% is of fundamental concepts of organic chemistry, 60% will be of organic reactions, mechanisms, reagents, exceptions, different points will come. Now within this 40%, what will come? IUPAC nomenclature, structural isomerism, stereoisomerism, GOC 1 and 2, like different concepts will be coming. Very important. 5 to 6 questions you can expect, at least if not 5 to 6 also, 3 to 4 questions will be mandatory, will be there, and they are doable only. That also you have to understand. And coming to the remaining 60% of organic chemistry, organic reaction based questions, right? Starting from hydrocarbons up to carboxylic acids and derivatives, all these chapters are interlinked with one another. You cannot prepare, I will prepare only haloalkane, haloarine, that is not possible. Only aldehyde and ketone I will prepare, that is not possible. Only separately what you can prepare is a biomolecules part only. But biomolecules also, mandatorily the question will come, and I challenge, today also we will be discussing some of the questions. One question guarantee, two questions that is rare, very rare. Okay. So in this manner, all these chapters are interlinked, that you have to list down all the NCERT reagents, and every reagent you have to know, you have to by heart from which compound it will convert into which compound, what is the composition of the reagent, and at what conditions it will be used, right? So in this manner, chapter wise, if you become familiar with the set of reagents, then it becomes very easy for you to solve the questions from organic chemistry. So very comfortably, 8 to 10 questions alone from organic chemistry can be done, 4 to 5 questions alone can be done from inorganic chemistry, and to the basic level, atomic structure, mole concept, redox reactions, colligative properties itself, 4 5 questions you will be getting. So above that, if you are crossing to 15 16 questions, above that it is all your caliber, your ability, that you can, the more the number of chapters you are adding, one chapter you are adding, one question it will be going to your pocket, right? So in this manner, different areas will be there where you have to get the hold of them, get the grip of them. So then you will be scoring very confidently, and also you can guess to what percentile you will be getting. Accordingly, you can take the steps also at the last 15-20 days revision period also. You will be clearly knowing what to be done in these last 15-20 days, right now. So like that you have to you have to take the feedback and do it. Coming to whatever the student feedback has come for this April 5th evening session, some of the students have shared the paper analysis in this manner, like maths is moderate and as usual lengthy. So it became a routine point that maths will be lengthy only. You also keep in mind that for your session also, for your shift also, maybe you are giving the exam today or next year or next to next year, maths paper will be lengthy only. Then how you have to develop your strategies, work on that one. Then coming to physics, it is a moderate, easy, above easy and towards moderate level. But chemistry today became the easiest subject and even more scoring also. And some of the students were saying, after going through our live session, they were saying that even it is easier than the morning session questions also. Many of the questions what we have seen in the morning, that itself we were feeling that they are very direct questions. But they are saying that evening session questions are also very direct questions. So let's see, the moment we collect the questions and explain you in these live sessions, we will be understanding what is the level of questions, where all they have focused, and what type of repeated questions have come. Some of the questions we have seen very repeated from January session onwards. We are seeing some questions repeat. Chemical bonding, BBT, that is what repeated is. Understanding enough? And D and F block, magnetic property or color property, that is the repetition. So in this manner you can understand kinetics, zero order or first order, whatever points are there related to half life or rate constant or like that, right now. So and from organic chemistry also multiple times we have discussed here, that is nitrogen containing aromatic compound. Without nitrobenzene, we have not seen the question paper. At nitrobenzene, from the nitrobenzene they will convert into some other compound, then to some other compound, then to some other compound, and we will ask the last compound. So very simple, right? So only thing is we should know what concepts are there, and these concepts should be grinded multiple number of times by solving majority of the questions. And PYQs will help you a lot because almost 24 papers they are making for every year. 24 sets of question papers for every year you are getting. 24 into 75 number of questions you are getting for the practice from 2026, from 2027, from 2028, like that. So in this manner it becomes a very easy also for you to get the idea how the question paper is going to be. Understanding it? So this is a one thing, and quickly I will show you whatever our students response is there directly collected by our faculty from the centers, and after that we will start with the question analysis. Okay. Okay. So after little time, I will play that student reaction videos. Till then, let's welcome our Vijay sir, senior maths faculty, to take on math subject questions.
Thank you, sir. So, dear student, now we start with the maths and we are ready with the many questions in all three subjects and we do very fast. Okay, let's start. So, our first question is the coefficient of x square in the binomial expansion. A very easy question from the chapter binomial theorem. Okay. So what they are asking, coefficient of x square. So first we find power of x in general term or exponent of x, power of x in general term. So what it will be? First power exponent of x in first power 2. So 2 multiply with n minus r, 10 minus r. And in second term we have x power minus 1. So that minus 1 multiply with r. Because in general term we write NCR a power n minus r, b power r. So a power n minus r. So that's why this exponent multiply with n minus r, and b power r. So that's why its exponent minus 1 multiply with r. So we are getting 20 minus 3r. Now what do you want? We want coefficient of x square. So this exponent need to be 2. So 20 minus 3r equal to 2, r equal to 6. R equal to 6. If we write the corresponding general term, then NCR 10C6 2x square. As I am writing only coefficient, so I am not writing the terms of x. So directly 2 power 4. Okay. NCR a power n minus r, then their coefficient is 1 only, so 1 power 6 is 1. I'm just writing only coefficient. So 10c6 into 2 power 4. Now we can simplify this one. 10 9 8 7 4 3 2 1 into 2 power 4. 2 power 4. This can cancel 2 times. This can cancel 3 times. Okay, now we can multiply this one. When you multiply, you will get the value 3360. Might be just simply calculation, that product you need to do. What you need to multiply? 10 3 8 7 and 2. Okay, now coming to next question. So previously that was the very easy question. Now the next view from the probability, and actually this is based on total probability theorem. Again, very easy question. When we start, if you start a topic total probability theorem, then obviously at first at least these type of the question you all can get. Those all who did even 3 4 questions in total probability still can get the answer. So what they are saying, if it is given that probability of A becoming captain of the team is 0.8 and B becomes captain is 0.4. If A becomes captain, then the chance of winning of the match by the team is 0.6. When B becomes captain, then chance of winning the match is 0.7. So this is the chance of winning in case of A, and this is the chance of winning in case of B. Then the probability that team wins the match. So if we use total probability formula, PA equal to PE1 into PA by E1. As we have two cases, so either A will become the captain or B will become the captain. So that's why I'm writing only for 2, PE2 into PA by E2, where E1 is A become the captain and E2 is B become the captain, and A is the event whose probability we need. Team wins the match. Wins the match. Okay. So P of E1, what is the probability that A become the captain? 0.8. If E1 has occurred, A become the captain, then what is the probability of winning? 0.6. Then P of E2 and P of E2 that B become the captain, that is 0.4. 0.4. And A by E2, if E2 has occurred, it means B become the captain, then what is the probability of A wins the match? That is 0.7. So we just multiply 0.48 and 0.28. Okay, now if we add these all, then what we are getting? 0.76. So our correct answer is 0.76. Okay, so this one is correct one. Now coming to next. Okay, so this is the question from the relation, and what they are asking: A is a set which contain two element, B is a set which contain another two element, then the number of relation from A cross B to A cross B. Till now we see all the easy questions only, A cross B to A cross B. We want number of relation from A cross B to A cross B, and for relation what we know, every subset of A cross B is a relation from A to B. Okay, but we want relation from A cross B to A cross B. Okay, so A cross B, how many element it has? A has two element, B has two element, A cross B has four element, 2 into 2. This also has four element. Okay, now suppose this is the set A and this is set B. So every subset of A cross B has a relation from A to B. So how many subset of A cross B we have? First set has four element, second set has four element. So number of subset of A cross B, that is equal to m into n, it means 16. So this one cross this one, how many subset we have? 16. Okay, sorry, every subset, how many element we have? This is the number of element number of element of A cross B cross A cross B. Then every subset of this set is a relation from A cross B to A cross B. Then how many subset we have? 2 power n, that is 2 power 16. Okay, so our correct answer is 2 power 16. Now coming to next question, a bag contain 4 red ball. Again, question from the PNC. This is also easy, but when you add these all the number of ways, then it might take time. 4 red ball, 6 yellow ball and 5 blue balls. In how many ways we can select 8 balls such that we get at least 2 balls of each color? Okay, so as they didn't give that same color balls are alike, so we cannot take the alike. If it is given, then answer will be something else. But right now what we want, we consider that these all are distinct. Now at least 2 ball of each color I need to select, and total I need to select the 8 balls. How many maximum red we can select? Maximum 4 only. Okay, if red 4, then remaining total 8 I need to select, and 2 to these. Now how many other than 4? Now let me take when red is 3. Red is 3, more 5 we need to select. We have two options, either 3, 2 or 2, 3 when red is 3. The next case, by taking red ball, number of red ball as 3, there is no any other case. Now next case, when we take red as 2, if we take only 2 red ball, okay, if 2 red ball, then one is 4, 2 possible, and other is 2, 4 possible, or one is 3, 3 possible. Okay, So these are the only possible case, there is no any other case. Now for these all we can write the number of ways. 4 red, so 4C4, selection of 2 yellow, so 6C2, then 5C2. In this case how many ways we have? 4C3, 6C3 and 5C2. In this case 4C3, 6C2 and 5C3. In this case how many we have? 4C2, 6C4 and 5C2. In this case 4C2, then 6C2 and 5C4. Okay, and finally this case 4C2, 6C3 and 5C3. These all we need to add. Once you add, you will get your final answer. Okay, so that was easy, but later when you add it might take time obviously, and in maths always some question will be which might be lengthy for you. So whenever you do the maths portion, remember one thing, that if you think you might get the solution but it takes time, then for the first attempt you can skip that question. Okay, at last if your time remaining, then try it again. Otherwise sometimes if you will take 5 to 10 minutes in one question, that in this way you might lose the marks of other 2-3 questions. Okay, now coming to next thing, if the distance of the point, so this is the question from the vector 3D, again straight line, distance of this point from the image of the point in the line is 4, then the sum of all possible value of alpha. Okay, easy one. X by 1, y minus 1 by 1, z minus 2 by 2. What do you want? Distance of this point from the image of this point. So first I need to find the image of this point. What is the point we have? Suppose this is a 1 comma 2 comma 7 and its image is a days. Now this will be the midpoint and foot of perpendicular. So what I do, first, as this point lies on the line, we assume a general point on this line. Suppose it is equal to lambda. So lambda, then lambda plus 1, then 2 lambda plus 2. Okay, general point on this line. Now as these two are perpendicular, we use a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 equal to 0. Let me find the direction ratio of AP, drs of AP. X2 minus x1, lambda minus 1, so easy. Y2 minus y1, lambda minus 1. Okay, and z2 minus z1, 2 lambda minus 5. Now as this AP is perpendicular to line, AP perpendicular line, so a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 z equal to 0. A1 into a2, lambda minus 1, then plus b1 into b2, lambda minus 1, plus c1 into c2 multiply by 2, so 4 lambda minus 10 equal to 0. Okay, let me calculate how many lambda we have. 6 lambda equal to 12, lambda equal to 2. Once we got lambda, we got this point, that is 2, 3 and 6. Okay, we got the point P, that is 2, 3, 6. Now a days we need, P is the midpoint. Using midpoint formula, can I say that x1 plus x2 need to be twice of this one, so need to be 4, so it will be 3. Y1 plus y2 need to be 6, so 4. Z1 plus z2 need to be 12, so 5. A days is 3 comma 4 comma 5, and distance of this point from the image, that is equal to 4. So I am using distance formula, alpha minus 3 whole square plus 4 minus 2, 2 whole square plus 5 minus 5 whole square, 0. That is equal to what they give, 4. Now when we square alpha minus 3 whole square plus 4 equal to 16, so equal to 12. Then alpha minus 3 equal to plus minus 2, root 12. Then alpha equal to 3 plus minus root 12. These are the value of alpha, and actually we need sum. What we need? We need sum of all value of alpha. What are these value? One is 3 plus root 12 and other is 3 minus root 12. When you add, what you will get? 6. Okay, so this was also easy one only. Now coming to next question. Let a1 a2 a3 a39 be 39 arithmetic mean between these two numbers. So whenever you insert the arithmetic mean between two number, then one thing D is always be needed. Okay, so first let me get the D. D is B minus A by n plus 1. N is the number of AM. So B minus A 100, n plus 1, n is 39, number of AM. So 40. What you got? 10 by 4, it means 5 by 2. Okay, we got D. Now, what they are asking mean of this one. So, for the mean, what formula we use? A25 plus A28 plus A31 and plus A36 and divide by 4. Okay. Now, when you insert these AM between two number, okay, so A25 will be the 26th term. So this is going to be A plus 25D. Okay. So what I do, I just replace all the value. A plus 25D, A plus 28D. Okay, let me put A plus 25D, A plus 28D, A plus 31D, and A plus 36D. Okay, and divide by 4. Then here if we add total be of 4A by 4, that is equal to A. Then how many D we have? Here 25, 25, 28, that is equal to 53, and 31 and 36, that is equal to 67. Okay, so total how many we have? 120. So 120 D we have, divide by 4. Okay, then what we got? A is equal to first term 59, and this is 30D. D is equal to 5 by 2. 2 to this one, 15 time cancel. So 59 plus 75, that we need to add, and we got our answer. Okay, so this was the easy problem from the sequence and series. By the way, in this complete April attempt and even in January also, in all the shift we got the easy questions from the chapter sequence series, and from quadratic also whenever a question we got that were easy, or either sometimes we they included the modulus. Okay, so from algebra this time we are getting easy questions only, especially from the quadratic equation, sequence series, matrices and determinant also we are getting easy. Even in binomial theorem also we are getting easy problems. Oh, so one good thing that from easy chapter also we are getting easy questions, and whenever from easy chapter you get the easy question, one thing will change, that number of marks needed for 99 percentile, that will increase in maths. Okay, now coming to next, sum of the first 10 terms of this series is m by n. Greatest common divisor of m comma n is 1, then m plus n. We need sum of these 10 terms. So first let me write s is equal to sigma r equal to 1 to 10. Sum of 10 terms we need ar. Ar will be the rth term. General term we can get in first term 1, second term 2, third one 3. So in rth term r. In denominator what we have? 1 plus 1 power 4 in first one, in second one 2 power 4, in third one 3 power 4, in rth one r power 4 into 4. So 4 I am writing here. Okay, now okay, now here r by 1 plus 4 r power 4. Actually now I need to write numerator. First we will factorize the denominator, then we write the numerator in terms of difference of denominator factors. So for the factorization of denominator, as directly we are not getting, I will use a square plus b square. Which formula I am going to use? A square plus b square, that is equal to a plus b whole square minus 2ab. Okay, so this is 2r square square, 2r square plus 1 whole square. This can, 1 can be written as 1 square now. So a square plus b square, a plus b whole square minus 2ab. Minus 2ab is 4r square, and numerator is r. Now this can be factorized as a minus b into a plus b, because this 4r square can be written as 2r whole square, a square minus b square form. Now what we are getting? Sigma r equal to 1 to 10 r a minus b is 2r square minus 2r plus 1 into a plus b. A plus b is 2r square plus 2r plus 1. Okay. Now difference of these two terms is equal to 4r. So I need 4r here. So 1 by 4 and 4 here. Now 4r can be written as difference of these two. 1 by 4 sigma r equal to 1 to 10. This 4r can be written as 2r square plus 2r plus 1 minus 2r square minus 2r plus 1. In denominator we have same two factors. Now when you divide 1 by 4 as it is, sigma r equal to 1 to 10. This by these both, what will get? 1 by 2r square minus 2r plus 1 and minus 1 by 2r square plus 2r plus 1. Okay. These two difference of two similar terms we got. Just put r equal to 1 to 10. And by the way, if you remember, when you put r equal to 1 to 10, 1 to 10 terms got cancel out and at last only two terms remain. One is the first one, other is the last one. So for the first one we put r equal to 1 here. I am just writing only those terms which are going to remain, first one and last one. For the first one, r equal to 1 in first term, so 2 minus 2 cancel and 1 only remains, minus last term. For the last term I am putting r equal to 10 in second term. So 2 into 10 square, that is 200, plus 2 into 10, 20 and plus 1. Okay. Now there was the 1 by 4 out here. 1 by 4, this is 1 minus 1 by 221. That can be written as 220 by 221. 4 to 220, how many times cancel? 55 by 221. So our sum is 55 divided by 221. Okay. Their factors, greatest common divisor is 1 only. Okay, so we need m plus n. When you find m plus n, what we are getting? Sum of these two, 276. 276. Okay, that is our answer. Now coming to next question. Okay, so for now this is the math portion. Again we will come back till we continue with the chemistry. I request her to join us.
Hello students, right? How was your exam today? Okay, hope everyone done well today, right? Let us discuss chemistry topic today, right? Uh, what are the questions they given from the chemistry? What the questions we got from the students? Let me discuss. Okay, the first question they given from the chemical bonding. Chemical bonding, right? Okay, right. Statement 1, statement question it is, the shape of ICl3 is square planar. Okay. Next statement is, the shape of Cl-Br2 minus is pyramidal. Okay. ICl3 central atom is iodine and it belongs to 17th group. How many valency electrons are present? 7 valency electrons. 3, 3, 6, 7. Cl, Cl, Cl. Okay, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, what is the hybridization? Steric number is 5. What is the hybridization? sp3d. What is the geometry? What is the shape? They given the shape, no? Okay. In the sp3d hybridization, we have the 3 bond pairs, 2 lone pairs. Then what is the structure we get? The structure we get the what? Linear shape. sp3d, 3 bond pairs, 2 lone pairs. This is the structure. I, Cl, Cl. Lone pair must be placed in the equatorial position. Lone pairs to reduce the repulsions, to increase the stability. We should place the lone pair electrons in the equatorial position. Then it gets the what shape? Linear shape. So answer is what? Linear. That means statement 1 is wrong. Wrong statement. Next question they given, the shape of Cl-Br2 minus is pyramidal. Let us see. Right. Central atom is chlorine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 6,
7 minus means one extra electron we have to write. Right, then Br2 they given. Br. Okay, lone pair, lone pair, lone pair. Right, totally 2 bond pairs, 3 lone pairs. Okay, just a minute. Okay, right. Just a minute. Just a minute. Wait a minute. Just a minute. Right, sorry. Okay, ICl3. We have ICl3, right? What is the shape we get? Linear. In the ClBr2 minus, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Br. Here we have lone pair, lone pair, lone pair. 2 bond pairs, 3 lone pairs. So here also steric number is what? 5. What is the hybridization? sp3. Okay, right. Okay, trigonal bipyramidal geometry. What is the shape with 2 bond pairs, 3 lone pairs? We get the linear shape. What they given? Pyramidal. This is ICl3 is linear and ClBr2 minus also linear, but they given pyramidal. Statement 1 is wrong, statement 2 also wrong, both statements are incorrect. Then correct option is fourth option. Both statements given are wrong. The correct option is what? Fourth one. Let's move to next question. So question is from the chemical bonding. Next question, they given Grignard reagent RMGX from the organic chemistry. Okay, we have to find out the molar mass, right? RMGX reacts with H2O, releases gas which has the volume 1.4 decimeter cube per gram at STP. The gas reacts with sodium in presence of dry ether, right? That means it is Williamson-Woods reaction. Okay, this is what Woods reaction. Why? Find molar mass of X and Y, right? RMGX, Grignard reagent. Okay, treated with water. What you get? RH, alkane you get. Along with, we have this one, MgXOH. Okay, alkane, this is the gas. Okay, what they given? Releases gas which has the volume 1.4 decimeter cube per gram. That means 1.4 liters per gram. 1 gram. Okay, then 1 gram. Okay, 22.7 liters. What is the weight? Is nothing but molecular weight or molar mass. Okay, 1.4 liter having the 1 gram. Molar volume having the how much weight, that is given the molar weight or molar mass. Then molecular weight is equals to 22.7 by 1.4 is equals to 16. So molecular weight of the X is 16, then that alkane is what? Methane. Okay, so then it is sodium CH4, right? The gas reacts with sodium in presence of dry ether. What you get? CH3. What is the molecular weight? C2H6, 30. X molecular weight is 16, Y molecular weight is 30. Right? Okay, let's move to next question. Right, given below two statements, glucose found to exist in two different anomeric forms, alpha and beta, right? Next one, statement 2. In open chain structure, C3, C4, C5 of glucose, fructose both have the same orientation. Let us see first statement 2. So this is the CHO, okay, CH2OH, OH and OH, OH, and this is the OH. Okay, first carbon, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, this is the glucose open chain structure. Okay, next let us see this one, CO, CH2OH, and here I have the OH, and here I have the OH, right, right. Here I have the OH, and here I have the CH2OH. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, here 3, C3 of glucose, C3 of fructose, both are having the same orientation, right? C4 of glucose, C4 of fructose, both are having the same orientation, right? Next, C5 of glucose and C5 of fructose, both are having the same orientation. That statement also right. So statement 2 is right. And glucose is found to exist in two anomeric form. Yes, two anomeric form. It exists in the alpha and beta anomeric form, right? If you take its structure, okay, right. Take this one. Okay, here you can write OH alpha form, and this OH, if you write down, it is the what, Nana? Beta form. That means it exists in the alpha form as well as beta form. We can change this OH. If OH over here, it is the alpha anomeric form. If OH present over here, it is the beta anomeric form of the glucose. Then statement 1 also true, right? Both are correct. Statement 1 is correct, statement 2 also correct. Then what is the correct option? 3. The both statement 1 and statement 2 both are correct. Let's move to next question. Right, this from biomolecules. Question is from what? Biomolecules. Next question, benzamide on reaction with bromine and NgO4, it's not NgO4, NaOH, gives benzanamine or aniline. Right. Statement 2, on nitration of aniline, meta product is formed more than its ortho product. Right. Let us see. Benzanamide, this is the benzanamide treated with bromine, very famous reaction of mine, bromamide degradation. Okay, right, what happened? We get the aniline, benzanamide. That is the correct statement. Statement 1 is right. Okay, on nitration of aniline, what happened? Actually, it is the ortho para director. In fact, it is the ortho para director. But upon nitration, it is acidified, right? It get acidified, it will convert into NH3 plus. What is this? This is the meta director, this is the ortho para director. So this is very important reaction. Aniline upon nitration, we get the ortho, para and meta nitroanilines as the products, but among them para greater than meta, meta greater than ortho is the yields. These are the products we get. Okay, right, because of acidification of aniline, it becomes as a meta director. Then we get this one, it is 2% approximately. Okay, you get the meta nitroanilines, almost 47%, and you get the para nitroanilines. 51%. So nitration of the aniline gives the para, and major yield is para greater than meta greater than ortho. Then on nitration of aniline, what is the statement given? Meta product is formed more than its ortho product. Statement 1 is true, statement 2 also right. Both statements are correct statements, right? Right. It gives from the organic chemistry. Okay, let us move to next question. Okay, this question is given from the chemical equilibrium. Okay, they given the reaction 2AB equilibrium with A2 plus B2. If equilibrium pressure is P, then degree of dissociation is alpha, then what is the Kp? What is the Kp? Kp is equals to partial pressure of A2 into partial pressure of B2 by partial pressure of AB square. Now we have to find out the PA2, PB2 and PAB, then we have to substitute in this equation, then we get the answer. What is the equation they given? 2AB equilibrium with A2 plus B2. Say it's 1 mole initially present, 0 at T is equals to 0 I am taking. So 0, 0 at T is equals to T equilibrium. It will become 1 minus alpha, it will become alpha by 2, it will become alpha by 2. Then what is the N total? N total is equals to 1 minus alpha plus alpha by 2 plus alpha by 2. Alpha by 2, alpha by 2, alpha minus alpha plus alpha get cancelled. N total is equals to 1. Okay, right. Partial pressure of A2 is equals to total pressure into mole fraction. Okay, that is for total pressure they given P at equilibrium, mole fraction is equals to Na by N total. Yeah, N total is 1, then P into Na is number of moles of A is what? Alpha by 2. Similarly, partial pressure of B is equals to total pressure into mole fraction of B. Pb is equals to P into number of moles of B by N total. Right? Right now? Right. Pb is equals to P into Nb also alpha by 2. Next, what is the PAB? PAB is equals to total pressure into mole fraction of AB. Okay. PAB is equals to P into number of moles of AB at equilibrium by total pressure. Total moles are 1. Then substitute in the Kp. PA2 is P alpha by 2 into PB2 is P alpha by 2 by PAB square, P square 1 minus alpha whole square. Right? Right. Then P square get cancelled. What you get? Alpha square by 4 into 1 minus alpha whole square. Okay. Then answer is fourth one. Alpha square by 4 into 1 minus alpha square is the 1 minus alpha whole square is the answer. Very simple question they given from the chemical equilibrium. As they given that 2AB is equilibrium with A2, B2. You can find out the Kc also in this reaction. Kc equals to Kp because delta Ng is equals to 0. Both are same. Kc equals to Kp because delta Ng equals to what? 0 in for this reaction. Then we can find out the what? Kp in this way. Right, let's move to next question. Which compound have the total molecular mass 72 with 3 primary carbons? It given from the basic organic chemistry, general organic chemistry, from the nomenclature and molecular weight they mix it up in this question. Okay, which compound have total molecular mass 72 with 3 primary carbons? Let us take 2-methyl butane. First option, 2-methyl butane. Okay, I isopentane 1 degree, this is 1 degree, 1 degree, this is 3 degree, 2 degree, and here I have the 1 degree. It compound having the what? 3 1 degree carbons. And what is the formula? C5H12. Then what is the molecular weight? 72. Then what is the answer? 2-methyl butane having the 3 1 degree carbons, primary carbons, and having the molecular mass 72. Answer will be 2-methyl butane. Okay, let's move to next question. Okay, they given the match the columns, column 1, column 2 from practical organic chemistry. Practical organic chemistry, qualitative analysis. Okay, simple distillation. When we use the simple distillation? When we use the simple distillation, what is the distillation? Distillation is the combination of condensation and vaporization, right? Right, to separate the mixture of compounds. We used the distillation process, right? Simple distillation we used when boiling point difference between the compounds is very high, right? Boiling point difference is more, then we used the simple distillation for the separation of compounds from the mixture. Then what is the correct matching for the option 1? Simple distillation. Steam volatile, no. For liquids having nature of decom, no. Between two liquids having low difference in, no. And between two liquids having the high difference in boiling point, for 1 correct matching is S. Yes. Fractional distillation. Mostly we used this fractional distillation in the petroleum industries to separate the fractions of petroleum, petrol, diesel, kerosene. All the fractions from the petroleum we separated by using the fractional distillation. Fractional distillation we used when boiling point difference between the fractions is very low. Right? We used the large cylindrical tower to separate the fractions from the crude oil. That fractional distillation we used when between two liquids having the low difference in boiling points. Then for second one, correct matching is R. Okay, steam distillation, this is used for the steam volatile compounds. Right, very important example is what? Orthonitrophenol, paranitrophenol, both are separated by the what distillation? Steam distillation, right? Steam distillation for 3, correct one is B. Distillation under reduced pressure. Yes, distillation under reduced pressure. Why we are using some compounds at higher boiling point, they undergoes the decomposition. To avoid the decomposition, we have to decrease the pressure. By decreasing the pressure, we have to decreasing the boiling point. In that way, we separate the fractions. So distillation under reduced pressure, some of the compounds undergoes the decomposition below its boiling point. In such cases, we use this technique to separate the fractions from the mixture. Then for fourth one, what is the correct matching? For liquids having nature of decomposition. Okay, 4Q, this one is the match. Simple distillation, this one. Okay, fractional distillation, this is the correct matching. Steam distillation, this is the correct matching. Distillation under reduced pressure, this is. That's it, right? Let's move to next question. The order of acidic strength in following compound. Acidic strength of organic acids depends on the stability of their conjugate base. Na factor increases the stability of conjugate base, increases the acidic strength. Okay, here they given phenol, right? Okay, what you get? Phenoxide ion. Okay, next paranitrophenol. Yeah, paranitrophenol. Its conjugate base is this one. This conjugate base must be stable, otherwise reaction will go in a reverse. Then it does not release as the H plus, not act as the good acid. Okay, here we have the electron withdrawing group. that electron withdrawing group decreases the electron density on the phenoxide ion, thereby it gets stabilized. We have to neutralize the molecule. So this NO2 is the electron withdrawing group that stabilizes the conjugate base. Then it is the more stable than this one. Okay, no issue. Next one, ethanol. Obviously, normal alcohols less acidic than the what? Phenols, right? Okay. Next, paramethoxyphenol. Paramethoxyphenol. In this case, what happened? What is the conjugate base we get? Paramethoxyphenoxide ion. This is less stable because it increases the what? Electron density. This one decreases the electron density because here we have the minus M group. Here we have the plus M group. Here there is no group, no plus M group, there is no minus M group. It is resonance stabilized. Okay, then most stable one is what? Most acidic one is what? Nitro. Nitro means B. B greater than A greater than C greater than D. Option 4 is the correct one. B is first one, and after that you get the A because there is no group, there is no stabilizing group, there is no destabilizing group. Here stabilizing group is there, here destabilizing, that means this is the least stable. Then what is the correct option? B, A, C, D. Right, let's move to next question. Okay, that's it. Next ISR will continue the next session. Thank you, sir.
Hello everyone, how are you all? Hope everyone is fine. So today's shift 5th April, second shift, whatever the questions we have received from the student side and whatever the inputs that we have received, we found that majority of the student was saying that the question paper was on the moderate side, and almost on the moderate side. We can't say exactly kind of lengthy, also easy calculations were there. So we have received certain questions from the student side. So all those questions we are going to solve right now. So this is the first question which is being taken from units and dimensions. To find the dimensions of root over G h by C power 5. So basically G is nothing but your gravitational constant, and I can take here, it's going to be gravitational constant. So you can bring this part F equals G into M1 M2 by R square. We'll try to bring the gravitational constant dimensional formula. So G is equals to, you can take here, F R square by M1 M2. So mathematically, I'm just expressing this factor directly dimensionally. So mLT power minus 2 is the dimensional formula for the force. R is kind of distance. It can be taken as L square. This is also mass. This is also mass. Collectively, I wish to write here both the masses individually. And this mass and this mass will get cancelled. Denominator mass send it to the numerator side. So gravitational constant equals m power minus 1 L cube T power minus 2. So therefore, this is the dimensional formula for gravitational constant. Second one is nothing but h, which is basically Planck's constant. So we can derive this by using the energy E is equals to h nu. So h is equals to E by nu. So you can take here, energy can be taken as what? Dimensionally ml square T power minus 2. So I am taking that part ml square T power minus 2, and nu is basically frequency, which is the inverse of your time period. So I can take here 1 by T. So mathematically I can write, dimensionally I can write ml square T power of minus 1. So this is the dimensional formula for the Planck's constant, and C is nothing but basically a velocity of light, which is actually taken as L T power minus 1. Let's substitute all this as per the given data. So which is nothing but what he has given, root over GH by C power 5. So if I take this case, already I am familiar with the gravitational constant, which is m power minus 1 L cube and T power of minus 2. And you can even take here Planck's constant, that is ml square T power of minus 2 divided by C, which is velocity of light, which can be taken as L power 5 T power of minus 5 because of the power. So I can cancel this m, and this m will get cancelled. In fact, L power 3, L power 2 collectively, L power 5, and this L power 5 will get cancelled. So you will be getting here T power of minus 3 and minus 5, send it to the numerator side, it will become plus 5. So I can say minus 3 plus 5, which is actually taken as root over t. You can say 5 minus of 3, you can take it as t power 2, and this will get cancelled, you will be getting here as t. So therefore the dimensional formula is nothing but m power 0. You can write here m power 0, L power 0, t power of 1. So therefore according to this, yes, second option is a correct answer. So it was not kind of calculative, kind of a lengthy, just understandable, easy one. So time taking question. Let's go for the next case. It's a question from the gravitation, basically based on the escape velocity. So in the question he said escape velocity on the earth is VE is equals to root 2 GR. A planet of half the radius of the earth will density equal to that of the earth, the speed. So he's saying to find out VE by N will be equal to how much. So basically I can take with this case, the gravitational escape velocity can be taken as in this case, which is equals to VE equals to root over 2 GR. I can convert this into in form of the density wala case. So escape velocity can also be written as root 2 gm by r. When we are talking about the density, mass can be written as density into volume, you can say. So escape velocity will be equal to root 2 g into mass can be written as density into volume, that is 4 by 3 pi r cube, you can take here, whole divided by r. This r and this r square will get cancelled. Can I say escape velocity is directly proportional to the radius? And he said that whatever the density is there, the planet is having the half the radius of the earth. So that means we have to equate the escape velocity for both the cases. So two cases we are having here. The first case is nothing but we take the generalized form, and second case what he mentioned that the planet is having the half the radius of the earth. So now he is saying that, and density is almost same, density equal to that of the earth he is saying. So basically I can say escape velocity for the first situation divided by the escape velocity for the second situation. First situation is a generalized form, second that is for the earth you can consider, and second situation is the planet which he mentioned. Already you know it's directly proportional to the radius of the earth. So I can take here basically here radius for the first case, while the second case is nothing but he is saying half the radius. So I can take here r by 2, I can take. Mathematically this and this will get cancelled, and escape velocity for the planet is equals to escape velocity for the first case by 2. So escape velocity for the first case he already named it as VE. So VE by 2 you can take here, and he said that VE by N. So this factor relates to N. So N is equals to, you can take it as 2. So therefore second option is a correct answer. Let's go for the next question. The next question, this is also the question from the gravitation. So fortunately we got two questions from the gravitation. So he is asking, find the ratio of gravitation potential energy of the body at the point A and B. We are able to see the point is A on the surface, B is at a distance of 2r from the surface. So basic formula for the gravitation potential energy is UA is equals to minus of G into capital M into small m whole divided by R. So I'm talking about the point A. Point A is on the surface, so therefore the radius is going to be, distance is going to be r. I wish to take as it is. And for the second case I can take here G into capital M small m whole divided by, I must take this r plus 2r, as the point B is at a distance of 2r from the surface of the earth. So we have to add both the terms so that you will get 3r here. And he said that the ratio of UA by UB be required here. So UA by UB will be equal to minus of G capital M small m whole divided by R whole divided by minus of G capital M small m whole divided by 3R. This minus and this minus will get cancelled, and G capital M small m will get cancelled, G capital M small m will get cancelled. In fact, R and R will get cancelled. So therefore the ratio is going to be how much? 3:1. So we can say the final answer as 3 for this case. Okay, let's go for the next question. Another question is basically based on the graph, and it has been extracted from the kinematics, rectilinear motion. So velocity versus time graph is shown in figure. We are able to see this is a velocity versus time graph, and he is saying find the magnitude of acceleration of the particle at t equals to 5 seconds. So t equals to 5 seconds, it's a very simplest question what we got in this particular paper. So we can say directly, I can take that the slope of velocity time graph will give you the acceleration. So I can say that that is nothing but slope is nothing but slope of vt graph slope of Vt graph is equals to what? Acceleration. So therefore acceleration can be taken as, either you can take as an angle theta, or you can take point form v2 minus v1 by x2 minus t2 minus t1. So v2 is nothing but u naught minus of 0 whole divided by, it's going to be how much? 20 minus of 0. So therefore the acceleration is going to be how much? U naught by 20. So this was one of the easiest question. So these are the questions which we receive from the student side, memory based questions. There might be some values fluctuation. So this is a role model that the whatever the student has remembered has expressed in front of us. Let's go for the next question. Another question is nothing but extracted from the surface tension wala case. So in this he is saying 8 mercury drops coalesce to form a new drop. So how many small drops are there? 8 mercury drops, they are coalesced to form a new drop. He is saying to find out the ratio of final surface energy of single drop to the total surface energy of 8 drops. So initially here this is a format of coalescing, so no doubt we have to equate the volumes. So I can say that 8 small drops, volume of the 8 small drops will be equal to a big drop. The big drop is itself is a new drop I am saying here. Okay, so I can take this case as 8 into, you can take here 4 by 3 into pi into, let r be the radius of the small drop, and the big drop which is being formed, let capital R be the radius of the bigger drop. So with this case I can say 4 by 3 pi and 4 by 3 pi will get cancelled. We can write capital R is equals to, you can take here 2r. So the relation between the new drop or the big drop is equals to 2 times of the radius of the smaller drop. Okay, now let's go for the next case. As per the question, he is saying ratio of final surface energy of single drop to the initial surface energy. So what I am going to take here, let me take the final surface energy divided by the initial surface energy. The final surface energy is basically, he is forming a new drop. So based on that particular case, I can say 4 pi r square into the surface tension. I wish to take it as T. Followed by initial surface energy is going to be what? 4 pi into small r square into the surface tension remains as it is, but there are 8 drops here. So I wish to take here 8. So mathematically I can cancel T and T. 4 pi and 4 pi I can cancel, but already I know that relation capital R is nothing but 2 times of small r, and if you are substituting here, this is going to be 4r square whole divided by 8r square, because capital R is 2r, if its whole square is 4r square by 8r square. So r square and r square will get cancelled, 4 ones, 4 twos. So therefore the answer is going to be how much? 1 by 2. So therefore the third option is the correct answer for this case. So this is another simple question from the surface tension. Let's go for the next question. So this question has been extracted from the capacitance, and that is he is asking the circuit below, find voltage across capacitor in the steady state. So if it is in steady state, so capacitor will behave like an open circuit. So as a result, this whole system will not work in the steady state. So if it is not working, so only this much part is involved in this case. So therefore this is 2 ohms and this is 6 ohms. I can easily find out the current in this situation. So therefore the current will be equal to I is equals to how much? V by R. The applied voltage is volt is 2 volts, and these two are connected in series. So directly I can say it's going to be 2 by, this is 8, which is equals to 1 by 4 of amperes. So 1 by 4 amperes of current is flowing from this case when this becomes the steady state. So how much? 1 by 4 amperes of current is flowing. So easily I can find out the voltage. The moment when I am removing this part, I am not considering the steady state. Whatever the voltage will be here, the same voltage will be going through this part, because both are connected in parallel. So therefore the voltage across 2 ohms will be equal to what? Voltage across the capacitor, because both are parallel. So I can say V is equals to IR, and I have I as 1 by 4 and R is nothing but 2 ohms. So 2 ones, 2 twos. So therefore I have 1 by 2 volts will be getting here, and 1 by 2 means nothing but 0.5 volts. That's your final answer. So let's go for the next question. This is a question which has been taken from the current electricity. In this question he has given, in the given electrical circuit, a resistor of resistance capital R is connected along the other element as shown in figure. So this is being connected by the other element, which is nothing but the EMF of the cell followed by its internal resistance. And he is saying that it is observed that capital R equals to 5 ohms, the current in the circuit is 1 amperes. Okay, and when R equals to 2 ohms, the current becomes 2 amperes. So we have two conditions here. So for the first case, I can say E is equals to, we have the generalized formula, I into, I can take the current which is flowing, let's take it as I, which is equals to, I can take here as capital R plus small r, and I wish to take the first case, which is nothing but the EMF is going to be same.
while the current is going to be how much? R is 5 ohms, the current is 1 amperes. So this is 5 plus R you can take. Let's take this part as equation number 1. Followed by this, for the second situation, he said the EMF of this will remain same. The current is 2 amperes. For the resistor is how much? 2 ohms. So 2 plus R. So I can equate both the equations. Equation 1 equals equation 2. The moment when I am equating this part, so I am getting 1 into 5 plus R equals 2 into 2 plus R. And now what we can take here by mathematical calculation, 5 plus R equals to 2 2's 4 plus 2R. So you can send this part here and this part here, and finally you are going to get R equals how much? 1 ohms. So therefore the internal resistance, unknown resistance R, what he said is going to be how much? 1 ohms. Hence second option is a correct answer for this. So let's go for the next question. So next question is basically from the geometrical optics, and he has given the question as an object is placed 15 centimeter to the left of the convex lens of the focal length 10 centimeter. You're able to see this is a focal length of 10 centimeter. The object is placed here. Let us assume this is the object which is being placed here. Okay. And now he's saying a second convex lens of focal length f2 equals to 15 centimeter is placed 15 centimeter to the right of the first lens. The total distance is going to be how much? It's going to be 15 centimeter, and its focal length is equals to how much? 15 centimeter. Now he's saying to determine the distance of the final image formed from the second lens. What is the distance of the final image formed from the second lens? So that means this is a combination of lenses. Firstly, what we are going to do in this case is, as this is going to be the object distance for the first lens, so I would like to take here the object distance for the first lens is going to be how much? Using sign convention, I can say minus of 15 centimeter. As it is a convex lens, so I can say the focal length is going to be how much? It's going to be plus 10 centimeter, and I'm going to find out where is the image exactly falling with respect to the first lens. So for that case, I can use my lens formula. 1 by f is equals to 1 by v minus of 1 by u. So this is 1 by 10 equals to 1 by v minus of minus 15 you can take here. We can send this equation to the other side. So I can say this kind of 1 by v equals 1 by 10 minus of 1 by 15 will be getting. So minus into minus is plus, sending on the other side, and 1 by v equals to, you can get 5 by 150, and v will be equal to kind of 30 centimeters. So with this case, the image distance with respect to the first lens is 30 centimeters. So from here to here somewhere we will take it as total is nothing but 30 centimeter. This is 30 centimeter. Now this final image acts as an object to my convex lens of focal length 15 centimeter. So you can say 30 minus 15 means this part is going to be how much? 15 centimeter. Okay. So therefore I can say very clearly, now this is my with respect to the second lens, and the object distance is going to be how much? Plus 15 centimeter. You can take this as case 1 for our understanding, and you can take this as case 2. Or case 1 is for lens 1, case 2 is for your lens 2. With this case, I can say that object distance is 15 centimeter followed by the focal length is also 15 centimeter. So I need to find out the image distance. So I can say 1 by f is equals to 1 by v minus of 1 by u. So this is going to be 1 by 15 equals 1 by v minus of 1 by 15. Minus 1 by 15, if we are sending it, it's going to be plus 1 by 15. So therefore 1 by v equals to, you can take here directly, it's like kind of 2 by 15. So therefore the image distance is going to be 15 by 2, which is 7.5 centimeter. So therefore whatever the image is formed is nothing but 7.5 centimeter. So you can take here the final answer is going to be what? 7.5 centimeter. And he said that the distance from the second lens, so the distance from the second lens is going to be how much? 7.5 centimeter. Okay, let's go for the next question. Another question which is being given from the work, power and energy, which is based on work done by the friction. So basically in this case what we can say, the friction is sufficient so that the block does not slide. Find work done by the friction in 2 seconds. So basically I can take here kind of, you can say that normal will be acting in this direction. This is going to be what? 1g sine 30 you can take here. For this case the friction will be balanced on the other side, which is actually taken as f here. So I can say that the friction will be taking, in this case the friction will be equal to, I can say this is going to be 1g sine 30, so which is equals to kind of 10 into sine 30 is 1 by 2. So therefore friction is going to be how much? 5 newtons. As the friction is 5 newtons, I am concerned to find out the work done by the friction in the 2 seconds, as the system is completely moving up with a velocity of how much? 4 meters per second it is moving. So you are having 4 meters per second and the time taken is 2 seconds. So displacement can be taken as velocity into time, that is 4 into 2 is going to be how much? 8 meters. So this complete system is going to move for 8 meters on the top side direction while the friction is acting at certain angle. Mathematically you can say, if you are taking here, so displacement is in this direction, if this is 30 degrees then damn sure it's going to be how much? 60 degrees. So therefore I got the angle acting between the friction as well as the displacement. So therefore I can take the work done. So work done will be equal to force F bar dot S bar, where F is nothing but the friction that I am taking here. So therefore the friction is 5 newtons and displacement is going to be how much? We got here 8 meters, that has to be multiplied by the angle cos theta. Theta is going to be how much? 60 degrees. So therefore 8 5s it's going to be 40 and cos 60 is going to be 1 by 2. So 2 ones 220. So therefore the work done by the friction is going to be how much? 20 joules. So I can take here work done by friction. Hence the work done by friction is going to be how much? 20 joules. You can express here as joules at every option. Okay, so this was the question from the work for energy. So these are the questions which we have received from our students, and these all are memory based questions. So next mathematics sir will be continuing the remaining questions. Thank you.
Hello everyone, now I am going to next mathematics questions. Okay, so next first question is from conic section, hyperbola. Foci of hyperbola are 3, 5 and 3, -1. Then eccentricity of hyperbola is satisfied by this equation. Then find the latest rectum of hyperbola. So first of all find eccentricity. Okay. So first of all find eccentricity by solving this equation. How to solve this equation? This is a quadratic in E. So if you solve this equation, you will get E square and 3 into 6 18. So you can split this middle term as a 9E minus 2E plus 6 equal to 0. And now simplify, you will get E equal to 3 and E equal to 2 by 3. So this is hyperbola. So eccentricity of hyperbola is more than 1. So the E equal to 3 accepted and this one is rejected. Now we know that distance between foci S dash is equal to 2AE and foci are given. So what is the distance? 5 and 4. Total 9 distance is here. Now put here E equal to 3, you will get 2A3 is equal to 9. So you will get A is equal to 3 by 2 from here. Okay. Now you have to find B. So we know that B square is equal to A square E square minus 1. So from here you will get A E square minus A square equal to B square. So A is equal to what? 9 by 2. So you can square this 9 by 2 whole square, and A square is how much? 3 by 2 whole square. So this is 3 by 2 whole square. This will become B square. So B square is how much? LCM is 4. 81 minus 9. So 72 by 4 you will get 18. So B square is 18. Now what is the latest rectum? Length of latest rectum is 2B square by A, and 2 times B square is 18 and A is 3 by 2. So put here 3 by 2. So you will get, multiply this by 2, you will get how much? 24. So your answer is 24, length of latest rectum. Next question from quadratic equation.
alpha beta roots of this equation given and gamma delta roots of second equation. When alpha beta gamma delta form a GP with positive common ratio, then the value of P plus Q you have to find. So first of all write alpha, beta, gamma, delta. So suppose this is AR square and AR cube. Okay. So alpha is A, beta is AR, gamma is AR square and delta is AR cube because these are in GP given. And from relation you can get alpha plus beta is equal to how much? 4 from first, and alpha beta is here A into 1 plus R is equal to 4. This is your first equation. Now from second you will get gamma plus delta is equal to how much? 1, and from here gamma delta will become AR square, you can take common, 1 plus R is equal to 1. This is second. Now do second by first, divide second by first, you will get how much? R square, and rest terms are cancelled, this term and AR get cancelled. R square equal to 1 by 4. So R will become 1 by 2 because you have given positive common ratio. So no need to take negative part. Now R is, we get R from here. Now by using equation first, we will get A because A into 1 plus R. 1 plus R is 1 by 2 is equal to how much? 4. So from here we will get A is equal to 8 by 3. So A also we get and R also we will get. Now we need to find P plus Q. P plus Q is nothing but, what is P plus Q? Alpha beta plus gamma delta. Alpha into beta is P and gamma delta is Q. Alpha beta how much? You can put from here A square R, and gamma delta will become A square R to the power 5. Put the value of R and A here, and after putting the value you will get your answer is 34 by 9. Fourth option is correct. Put and simplify. So this one is easy question. Next, function is given, then we have to find number of solution of fx equal to sin x. So first of all find the limit of this function. So fx is equal to limit y tends to 0. Look here, given 1 minus cos xy. So 1 minus cos theta will become 2 sin square theta by 2 means xy by 2 into tan xy whole divide by, here given y cube. Now you this limit is 0 by 0 form. If you put here, form is 0 by 0. Now how to solve this limit? You need to multiply here by xy by 2 whole square and xy also. Now multiply numerator also, xy by 2 whole square into xy. Now look here, this term will become 1 and tan xy by xy also become 1. So you will get 2 x cube y cube by 4 by y cube, limit y tends to 0, and this y cube get cancelled. You will get x cube by 2 from here. So your fx is x cube by 2, which is equal to sin x. That means x cube is equal to 2 sin x. Then you need to find number of solution. So for this type of question you need to draw the graph, and then you will get number of solution of this question. So 2 sin x graph like this, this goes up to 2 and this minus 2, this is pi minus pi 0. Now if you draw the graph of x cube like this, so how many solutions? 1, 2, 3. So number of solutions are 3. Next question from complex number, and we need to find Z1 Z2 with the distinct solution of this equation. Then find the mod Z1 square plus Z2 square, mod Z2 square. So first of all find Z1 and Z2 from here. So we will get Z is equal to, apply quadratic formula, minus 4 plus minus b square means 16 minus 4ac will become minus of minus plus 4, a is 1 and c is 1 plus 12 iota, whole divided by 2a. So a is 1 here, z is equal to, now simplify, take common 4 from here and then divide by 2, you will get minus 2 plus minus under root 5 plus 12y. Now you need to find here a square root of complex number. So how to find a square root of complex number? You know, suppose this is under root 5 plus 12y is equal to x plus iota y, then a square both side, you will get 5 plus 12y is equal to x square minus y square plus 2xy times iota. Now compare, you will get x square minus y square is equal to 5 and 12 is equal to xy, 2xy, so xy will become 6. So product of two numbers is 6 and a square of their difference is 5, that means numbers are 3 and 2. Okay, so you can take x3 y2 or you can simplify, so this will become z is equal to minus 2 plus minus 3 plus 2 iota. Now z1 will become 1 plus 2 iota and z2 will become, separate with plus sign and minus sign, z2 will become minus 5 minus 2 iota. So mod z1 square plus mod z2 square will become how much? 5 plus from here 25 plus 4, 29. So you will get 34 is your correct answer for this question. Now next question from trigonometry, and you need to find number of values of theta which belongs to minus pi to pi. So trigonometric equation, first of all multiply both side by 2 and this side and this side, and then apply 2 cos c cos d, you will get cos c plus d means 7 theta by 2 plus cos c minus d, you will get 3 theta by 2 is equal to, from here you will get cos c plus d, how much? Cos 21 theta by 2 plus cos c plus d will be, cos c minus d will become how much? Cos 7 theta by, so cos 7 theta by 2, you can cancel it. Okay, so this will become cos 3 theta by 2 is equal to cos 21 theta by 2 now take one side, you will get cos 21 theta by 2 is minus cos 3 theta by 2 is equal to 0. Now cos c minus cos d you can apply here, cos c minus cos d will become how much? Minus time 2 sin c plus d by 2, you will get 24 by 4, 6 theta into sine c minus d by 2. How much? 18 by 4 means 9 by 2 theta equal to 0. So from here you will get sine, either sine theta, sine 6 theta is equal to 0 or sine 9 theta by 2 is equal to 0. So 6 sine 6 theta 0 means 6 theta is equal to n pi. So theta is equal to n pi by 6. Now put you will get theta from here, n0, 1 means pi by 6, 2 pi by 6, 3 pi by 6, 4 pi by 6, 5 pi by 6, 6 pi by 6. And these are positive part. Negative also you can take because you need to take minus pi to plus pi. So how many angles? 6 positive, 6 negative, 12 and 1 0. 13. Total 13 angles from here. Now, second, sine 9 theta by 2 is also 0. That means 9 theta by 2 is equal to k pi, where k is integer. So theta will become how much? 2k pi by 9. So you will get theta is equal to 2 pi by 9, 4 pi by 9, 8 pi by 9. So 3 positive and 3 negative. So total 6. So 13 plus 6, how many? Total 19 elements are possible in this set. Now next question. Next question from a variable x takes value 0 to 6 up to n into n minus 1 and frequencies are given. If mean of the data is 60, then you need to find median. How to find? Look here, this is 0, this is 1 into 2 and this is 2 into 3, like this given, n into n minus 1. Okay. And frequencies are also given here. So your mean will become sigma xi fi whole divided by summation fi. This is your mean. So multiply 0 times nc0, 2 times nc2, nc1, and like this. So you will get summation r into r minus 1 times nc r equal to 0 to n whole divided by summation fi, sum of these all, nc0, nc1, nc2 up to ncn, you will get 2 to the power n. Now simplify. If you simplify, r is equal to 0 to n. Now take this one, r ncr. We know that r ncr is equal to how much? N into n minus 1 cr minus 1. And use this, there you will get your answer. If you write r ncr as n times n minus 1 cr minus 1 and one more r minus 1 is remaining, whole divided by 2 to the power n. Again r minus 1, n minus 1, cr minus 1 will become how much? Summation n into n minus 1, n minus 2, cr minus 2, r is equal to 2 to n, whole divided by 2 to the power n. Now simplify, you will get n into n minus 1 into 2 to the power n minus 2 whole divided by 2 to the power n is equal to how much given? Mean is given 60. Now n into n minus 1 by 4 is equal to 60. So from here n is equal to, you will get 16. So n is 16. So what is the, if you put n 16, start from 0 Means total number of terms are 17. So what is the median? Median is middle term, and middle term is total number of term n by 2 plus 1, which is 16 by 2, T9. And T9 is what? Look here, Tn is n into n minus 1. So T9 will become 9 into 8. 72 is your answer. Second option for this question. Now questions are over. So next topic is chemistry.
Hello dear students, welcome to Resonance Hyderabad. This is Venkat sir, your chemistry mentor. Now I will continue chemistry part. Here the question is ethyl cyanide in alkaline hydrolysis, then followed by red phosphorus. Here the first part is hydrolysis of cyanide. It is the preparation and properties of carboxylic acid topic, right? Here CH3, CH2, Cn in alkaline hydrolysis. It is oxidized into CH3, CH2, COO minus. Next, upon hydrolysis, simply protonation, its meaning, right? So it converts into CH3, CH2, COOH. Next, in the presence of red phosphorus and chlorine. Chlorine in the presence of red phosphorus. It is carboxylic acids containing alpha hydrogen, right? So it is alpha hydrogen. Here alpha hydrogen, right? So in the place of alpha hydrogen, chlorination occurs. So it will be CH3, CH, COOH and Cn. The question is, what is the IUPAC nomenclature? IUPAC name of the major product. If you write the numbering 1, 2, 3, 2 chloro, pro plus N plus oic acid, 2 chloropropanoic acid, right? So it is 2 chloropropanoic acid. Next, if you go to next question, consider the following electrochemical cell, zinc and silver electrodes given, then the value of log H plus. This is from electrochemistry subtopic, next equation. So here it is electrochemistry. This is one of the important part in the electrochemistry, next equation. Here EMF, what is the formula for EMF of cell? EMF of cell equals to E naught of cell minus 0.059, approximately 0.06 by n into log over Q to the base 10. Q is concentration of products by concentration of reactants. First of all, write the cell reaction for this. What is cell reaction? Cell reaction is at anode. This is anode. This is anodic part. This is the cathodic part. It is double line. Actually, it indicates salt bridge. Anode, bridge, and cathode. ABC. It's anode. It's a bridge. It is cathode. Bridge means salt bridge. Okay, ABC. Okay, anode, bridge, and cathode. So at anode, first part gets oxidized. So zinc undergoes oxidation into
zinc plus 2, right now. So cell reaction required at anode, zinc converts into zinc plus 2, concentration given as 1 molar plus 2 moles of electrons, it is at anode. Next to silver, at anode, anion oxidation. Next second one, silver, at cathode, cation is reduction. So upon balancing 2 moles of Ag plus 2 moles of electrons becomes 2 moles of Ag. This is anodic reaction, this is cathodic reaction. Net cell reaction is these two electrons get cancelled. Zinc with 2 moles of Ag plus gives zinc plus 2 and it is 1 molar given 2 moles of Ag. Remember, it is the solid, it is the aqueous solution, it is also aqueous solution, it is the solid. We know active mass of solids, concentration of solids, partial pressure of solids, unity, chemical equilibrium, right? Now if you come to this, write the Q for this. What will be Q? What will be N? What will be E naught? First, E naught of the cell. It is anode, is the cathode. So, what will be E naught of cell? E naught of cell will be ERHS minus ELHS. 0.80 minus of minus 0.76. 8 plus 7, 15. So, 1.56 volts. Next to N value, how many electrons involved in this? After balancing, 2 moles of electrons lost, 2 moles of electrons gained. So N value is 2. Remember, after balancing, N is the total number of electrons involved after balancing the reaction. Next, Q. Q is concentration of product by concentration of reactant. Concentration of zinc plus 2 whole power 1. It is solid, so छोड़ दो इसका 1. Next it is reactant, solid, unity. Next concentration of Ag plus whole square. Its value given as zinc plus 2 is given 1 molar. Ag plus 2 be determined, right? So then substitute in this formula EMF of cell. EMF of cell also given 1.6 volts. So EMF of cell 1.6 equal to E naught of cell 1.56 minus 0.06 divided by N value 2 into log over zinc plus 2 concentration whole power 1 divided by Ag plus concentration whole power 2 to the base 10. Then upon simplification, take this side, it is 1.60 minus 1.56. 0.04 equals to, it is minus 0.03 into log over 1 divided by Ag plus whole square to the base 10, right? So it is minus this side, 0.04 equal to 0.03 into log Ag plus whole square by 1 to the base 10, reverse. Minus log x is log 1 by x, then log Ag plus whole square to the base 10 is 0.04 by 0.03. Next, 2 times of log Ag plus 2 times of log Ag plus is to the base 10 is 4 by 3. It is 4 by 3, right now. Now it is log Ag plus will be 4 by 6. Log Ag plus is 4 by 6. Right, students? Yeah, 4 by 6 means 2 by 3 upon simplification. So 2 by 3, 2 by 3. So option number 1. This is lengthy calculation maybe, but direct question, NCERT level question, EMF of cell given, E naught of cell given, and QC value to be determined actually. So from this Zn plus 2 also given, directly we can calculate Ag plus. Such questions we cannot sit in the final examination. Don't feel it is highly calculated part, simplest calculation only. It takes time maybe 2 to 3 minutes, but 100% you will get the score in this type of questions. Okay students, next one. Aqueous solution of compound X is acidified with H2SO4 and SO2. This is from coordination chemistry. Sorry, this is from D and W block elements. Compounds of D and W block. D and W block elements. Topic is K2Cr2O7. Properties of K2Cr2O7. From this topic, every time they are giving at least one question. That much of important. D and W block, compulsory one question they are giving. D and W block, coordinate chemistry, at least one question. In 12th class, inorganic chemistry, without these two, there is no question paper in the past 2-3 years if you observe. Now the question is, aqueous solution of compound of X acidified with H2SO4 and SO2 is passed through it, turning solution green color solution, NCRT, chromium plus 3, right? So here, what may be X value? The question is, SO2 gas in acidic medium, it is getting green color. Answer is here. Green color means chromium plus 3 compound. So Cr2, SO4 taken thrice, chromium plus 3, it is green color. So it is green color means it must be dichromate. K2Cr2O7 is good oxidizing agent. It oxidizes sulfur plus 4 into sulfur plus 6. Chromium plus 6 gets reduced into chromium plus 3. Colors are most important. Whatever the colors are there in NCRT, try to remember all the colors from NCRT level, right? Next one, compare the stability order. This is from General Organic Chemistry, 11th standard, GOC part. Next, it is from subtopic applications of electronic effects, hyperconjugation. You know this stability. Stability is directly proportional to number of alpha hydrogens and number of alpha hydrogens, and directly proportional depends upon the alpha hydrogens majorly. Here, stability directly proportional to number of alpha hydrogens and number of hyperconjugative structures. This is one of the important and easiest part in the applications of electronic effects. So cis-2-butene, so A is cis-2-butene, next B is propene, next C 2,3 dimethyl butadiene. So on butadiene 2,3 dimethyl, and fourth option is 2-methyl butadiene. So it is butadiene on this carbon methyl group, right? So here find out alpha hydrogens. Here alpha H. What is alpha H? In all these cases, check this, how many alpha hydrogens here? Just round off this double bond. Here 6 alpha hydrogens, here 3 alpha hydrogens, here 12 alpha hydrogens, here 9 alpha hydrogens, right now? So if you take this 3 plus 3, it is CH3, 6. Next here only 3 alpha hydrogens. Next here 3 plus 3 methyl, 4 methyl groups present. So 4 3s are 12 alpha hydrogens. Next here 3 plus 3, 6 plus 3, 9 alpha hydrogens, right? Alpha H means alpha hydrogens, remember. So more alpha hydrogens, more stable. So check the option C, D, A, B, right? C, D, A, B is one of the easiest question in the paper. Basic idea. Next, For the reaction A gives B, following graph is observed. T of versus concentration. T of versus concentration. This is from chemical kinetics. Next, order of reaction. Which order? Based on this graph, we can find it is zero order. How it is zero order? Look at this. Concentration versus time is directly proportional. So T of directly proportional to A power n minus 1. In which case these two will be proportional. If n value 0, then only T of will be 0 minus 1. A inverse T of will be proportional to A. So this is the hint for this model questions. Okay, first of all, identify the graph. Based on the data, we can see this graph, T of value and initial concentration for zero order, first order, second order, right? So for this zero order, what will be the relation? T of proportional to A, T of first one by T of second one equal to proportional A1 by A2, right? So then T of first one, if you take this as first, X divided, X divided by T of second one is 120 seconds equals to A1. It is T1, so it is A1. 1.5 into 10 power minus 3 and 4 T2, T1, A1, T2, A2. So 4 into 10 power minus 3. So solve this. It is 120, these two gets cancelled. 120 into 1.5, 180, 180 by 4, x equal to 180 by 4 is 90 by 2, 45. So it is 45 seconds. So its x value is 45 seconds. In chemical kinetics, questions can be solved easily. In the overall syllabus, kinetics chapter, next atomic structure, basic questions are there. All these questions we can solve by looking at the NCERT level formulas, by referring the basic classwork. That's enough to solve the questions. Don't skip this chapter. Next, total number of unpaired electrons in D3, D4, D7 low spin and D5, D6 high spin complexes in Y in octahedral complexes system. This is from coordination compounds, complex compounds and CFT, crystal field theory. So first of all, what is the meaning of this low spin complex? Low spin means spin is lowered, spin paired. Spin paired. When spin will pair? In case of strong field again. In case of strong field, see the meaning of this one. If you know the meaning, then only you can solve. Low spin, spin is lowered. Spin is lowered means strong splitting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and high splitting. Next second one D4 is also high splitting. Next to D7, it is also high splitting. Right? Next one is high spin. Spin is higher. High means the splitting is very less. Splitting very less. Then only spin will be higher. Splitting very less than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that we can write. Here they mentioned octahedral. That's why it is T2G. It will be EG. So T2G means 1, 2, 3. T2G 1, 2, 3. EG 1 and 2. Next here D6 also high spin. High spin means not paired, spin free. So then here also splitting is very less. So T2G means 3 here. T2G is 3. EG is right. Now check this. First to D3. D3 configuration means 1, 2, 3 electrons. High splitting 1, 2, 3. Next to D4 configuration, D4 1, 2, 3, 4. Here only the problem arises. Be careful in solving questions. Here low spin. Once again repeating this, low spin. Spin is lowered. Spin is lowered means pairing occurs. When pairing occurs, important point. When pairing occurs, if difference is small, there is no pairing. Difference is large. Below only 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? This is the problem in the solving questions by the students. Observe it properly. Next, D7 configuration. It is D4. Next is D7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in this case, 1, 2, 3. Right? It's also low spin, means spin paired 4, 5, 6 and 7. Next, if we come to this D5 and this is D6. In this case of D5, high spin means unpaired electrons not getting paired. So D5 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next D6 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 electrons, 1 is 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. The question is, what is the sum of unpaired electrons? In this, how many unpaired? 3. Here unpaired 1, 2. Here unpaired 1. Here unpaired 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here unpaired 1, 2, 3, 4. X value is 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6. Next Y value is 5 plus 4, 9. Totally 15. Okay, students? It is one of the easiest question. Basic CFT. Next one. Choose the incorrect statement about tertiary structure of protein. This is biomolecules. Yes, proteins. The question is incorrect statement. During denaturation, tertiary structure remains intact. Meaning is, it is wrong. Tertiary structure not intact, tertiary structure will be remains intact, so it is incorrect. So this is the option. This is directly from NCERT biomolecules memory based part. We need to go through it compulsory. One question they are giving in every paper from biomolecules. So go through the NCERT. Next one, when aluminum reacts with sodium hydroxide, AlOH taken 6 minus 3 is formed. And ClO2 minus, ClO3 minus, ClO4 minus are bent pyramidal tetrahedral. This is from inorganic chemistry. So sodium hydroxide, aluminum with sodium hydroxide. So what it is formed here? NaAlO2 possible, depends upon concentrations. NaAlOH taken 4 also possible, but not this one. So statement 1 is false. Next come to statement 2, shapes of ClO2 minus, ClO3 minus, ClO4 minus. See these shapes, chemical bonding based chlorine 7 valence electrons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So ClO2 minus, double bond O and O minus, 2 lone pairs. So Cl, 2 lone pairs and double bond O and O minus. Next to ClO3 minus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. O minus, ClO3 double bond O and double bond O. Cl double bond O and O minus, here one lone pair. Next to ClO4 minus, chlorine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. O minus, double bond O and double bond O. So here double bond O and O minus. It is AB2L2 model, AB3L, AB4 model. So it is bent shape. So first one is bent, correct. Second one is NH3 type, pyramidal, it is also correct. Third one tetrahedral, it is also correct. So statement 2 is correct. 1 is false, 2 is right, true. So first one is incorrect, second one is correct, option 3. This is a miscellaneous concept, chemical bonding and inorganic chemistry, aluminum properties, boron family. Next one, the bond length of covalent molecule AB, while radii of A and B are RA and RB respectively, then which of the following is correct relation? In case of covalent molecule, if you see this, its radius is RA, its radius is RB, it is A and it is B. If these two are combined, it is radius RB and its radius RA. While forming covalent bond, one merges into other ionic, covalent and van der Waals, then the radius will be radius this one only, right? Then it is RA and RB relation. RA plus RB value is greater than RAB. It's molecule RAB, right? Then it is basic mathematical question. So where you can find this, RA plus RB is greater than RAB. Periodic table, this is atomic structure, sorry, atomic radius topic. Next. That's it, students. This is the chemistry part. I hope everybody done well. Moderate questions are there. 1 or 2 lengthy calculations may be there. This is a great opportunity to revise for the coming batch students. Next peaks part will be continued by Shishi sir. Hello sir.
Thanks, sir. Okay, so good evening, guys. So I hope you guys are doing good and doing the preparation properly who are going to give the next exams. Okay, so anyhow, without wasting too much time, today's paper was again, like we can say that okay, it was easy only, but shifted towards the moderate because of the calculation, because few questions were there which was bit calculative with respect to the previous paper. Okay, like yesterday when I was there, though I was saying that okay, papers are very easy, but today few of the questions, not all, but few of the questions were a bit calculative. Anyhow, without wasting time, let's move to this one. So the first question is like where magnetic field is given, which is changing with time t. Okay. All right. So magnetic field is given like this, which is changing with time t, right? And it is passing perpendicular to a coil of radius 20 centimeter. Coil also has a resistance R equal to 10 ohm. Find the current through the coil at t equal to 3 seconds. So this is the question from electromagnetic induction chapter. Okay, based on Faraday's law, right? So according to Faraday's law, EF equal to d phi upon dt, right? d upon dt into b into area into cos 0 degree, because area vector and magnetic field is making an angle 0 degree, because this is the area, magnetic field is like this. Okay, and area vector will also be like this. So now area is constant, so take it out, pi r square. Radius is given as 20 centimeter, that is 1 by 5 meter whole square, into then d by dt. Differentiate this magnetic field. So when you are differentiating the magnetic field, you are getting 4t plus 2, right? So I equal to E upon R, that is pi upon 25 into R is 10 into B is 4 into t plus 2 at t equal to 3 seconds. I equal to pi upon 25 into 10 into 4 3 is 12, 13 14. right? Multiply by 4 up and down, so it will be 56, it will be 100, so 1000. So 5.65 into 10 to the power minus 2 ampere. So this is the correct one. Okay. Anyhow, moving to the next question. A wheel initially at rest is subjected to a uniform angular acceleration about its axis. In the first 2 seconds, it rotates through an angle theta 1, and in the next 2 seconds, it rotates an angle theta 2. Then find the ratio of theta 2 upon theta 1. So this is a basic question of kinematics, right? Circular kinematics. Because just the same type of question you have done, that okay, train is moving in first 30 seconds, it moved like this distance, and next 30 seconds. In the same way, this is the question. So it is like the same question you have done in circular motion, the same question you did again in rotation. So both the places you have done it. So let's do it. So theta 1, let the angular acceleration will be is alpha, and it is starting from rest. So omega naught t plus half alpha t square. So that is 2 alpha, right? And in the next 2 seconds, so we'll take from the beginning because we know that it is started from rest. So first 4 seconds we can go like that. So in the first 4 seconds, theta 1 plus theta 2, right? Half, because again omega naught t, omega is 0 again, so half alpha into t square, that is 4 seconds whole square. So it is coming 16 upon 2, that is 8 alpha. Theta 1, put the value of theta 1 here, so theta 2 will be coming 6 alpha, right? If we are putting theta 1 as 2 alpha and bringing it on another side, we are getting theta 2 as this one. So theta 2 upon theta 1 is 3. So fourth option is the correct one. Okay, so easy only, right? Even these questions are not very much calculated. In a LCR series circuit, the value of L, R and C is given as R, L, and these values are given to you. Find the inductive reactance, means XL, at resonance. When the circuit is resonating, at that time you have to find it, right? So at resonance, we know that omega equal to 1 by under root LC, first thing, okay. And inductive reactance, that is XL, is omega L. So put the value of omega here, 1 upon under root LC into L, right? So it will be under root L upon C, alright. Now just let's put the value and let's get the result. So under root L 1.6 upon C, 40 into 10 to the power minus 6, okay, micro, right? So it will give you 4 for the 16 under root 4 to the power 4, so 200. So if my calculation is not wrong, then definitely this is the answer. Okay, so this was very basic question, but still some of you might have made mistake if you have given this exam. Like at resonance, so resonance, they said at the end, the student who guessed this thing that okay, resonance, they are asking at resonance this will be the value, they would have got it easily. Okay, those who didn't like realize over here that okay, here resonance is also given, for them it was a tough thing. Moving to the next question. Okay, so assertion and result, this is the electromagnetic radiation when falls on the surface when it exerts a pressure. Okay, then it exerts a pressure, and radiation has no rest mass. So this is based on radiation pressure from modern physics, or we can say that okay, photoelectric effect chapter in which radiation pressure topic is there. So obviously electromagnetic radiation, we have learned that okay, it exerts a pressure, right? When there is a plate and on which electromagnetic waves are falling, it exerts a pressure. So this assertion is correct. Now radiation has no rest mass. Obviously we are never taking that okay, photon will have some mass. So obviously this is also correct. We never said that okay, photon has some gram or microgram or milligram. So obviously this is also correct. But radiation pressure is based on momentum, not on the mass. So obviously this is not the correct explanation of this thing. So A and R both are correct, A and R both are correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A, so option 2 is the correct one. Okay. Now, moving to the next question, which of the following objects given in option can reach the maximum height in the situation shown in the figure below? We have to assume that there is no slipping. So again, this question belongs to RBD, rigid body, and like rotational chapter, and over there also it is from pure rolling topic. Okay. In pure rolling, like it is going here, if it is reaching at some height h, maximum height, so we can conserve the energy, okay, because it is a pure rolling motion. So conserve the energy, so kinetic energy will be completely converted into potential energy, right? So from here, half m v square plus half I omega square is equal to mgh. So from here you can write mgh will be half m v square plus half I omega square can be written as v square upon r square. We can multiply with m and m, so that I can take half m square common. So h will be proportional to basically half m v square into 1 plus I by mr square. So from here we can see that h is depending on I, and it is directly proportional, indirect means not exactly directly proportional, but linearly proportional it is. Means if the value of I will increase, obviously the value of h will also increase. So from here we got the idea that more the value of I, more will the value of h. So among these, which of the option is having the maximum value of I? So I of a ring mr square. Now I disk mr square upon 2. I solid sphere, that is 2 by 5 mr square, 0.4 mr square. I hollow sphere, sorry, solid cylinder, 0.5 mr square, because it is like a disk. So obviously this ring has the highest, so no need to explain it like this, just a basic thing that okay, ring will be okay. So this was the thing. Now done. So now, like I think that okay, you are able to understand that how easy physics paper was there. Okay, so that's why you can categorize it still as a like easy paper, or you can put it that okay, moving towards the moderate, but still this paper was not up to moderate level. Okay, anyhow, without wasting your time, okay, I am just inviting Vivek sir. He is a math faculty, like obviously he will be discussing the further question. Okay, Vivek sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, hello all of you. So now I'm going to discuss the mathematics sum. Here the two concepts are there. This sum belongs to progression as well as different integration. So from here, using the AP properties, we can find here the minimum value of the f of a. So we can write here f of a is equal to 1 minus a plus 2 plus minus divided by 2 we can take. This is equal to, if we can divide 2 minus a, 2 to the power a plus 1 by 2, 3 to the power a plus 3 to the power minus a. So minimum value of this is equal to 2, this minimum also 2, so 2 by 2 is equal to 1, so 3. We can get here the alpha, which is the minimum value, is equal to 3. After getting the alpha value is equal to 3, now this value we can keep here. So log 3 log e, 3 minus 1, 2 dx. This is equal to, we can write here, e 2x whole square minus 1 e 2x. Now we can take e to the power 2x is equal to t. Then we can get here 2 into E2x dx is equal to dt. So that means this part is equal to dt and this is the t. Once you can keep the value here in this place, so this become the 4 and there the 6. So this become 4, this become the 6 dt by 2 and this one here it will come t square minus 1. Now easily we can find the value from here 1 by 2 log 1 by 2 log t minus 1 minus log t plus 1 and this is 1 by 2 also here. Now you can find, put the value 4 and 6 in place of t and then you can find the value. So you can find the value here, the final answer 1 by 4 log 4 by 3. After the calculation we can get this one. Now we can see the next sum. So next sum belongs to the differential equation. So what we can do here, dx is there, you can take this side. So root tan x dy by dx is equal to sec qx minus tan x to the power 3 by 2 is there. Now you can divide it by the root tan x. Now you can divide it by the root tan x. So dy by dx is equal to sec qx by root tan x and this is equal to, we can get minus tan x y. Send on this side. So dy by dx plus tan x into y is equal to sec qx by root tan x. Now we can get into the linear form. So once we can get to the linear form, we can easily solve this one. Y e tan x dx. Now this sum become very easy. By root tan x into, solving this part is also very easy. Tan x equal to, you can take the t and then you can find the value. For the constant term you can use the this one by in place of x pi by 4 you can keep. So y value is equal to, you can get the 6 root 2. By doing this calculation, then finally you can get the value alpha to the power 4 is equal to 48. So this sum answer is equal to alpha to the power 4 is equal to 48. Now we can see the analysis part of this one. Yeah. So once we can see till now up to this sum, one question which is the differential integral, that question I discussed with you. That question we can say it is the difficult one is there. Apart from the other question, not at all difficulty is there. Obviously maybe there some calculative are there, but we can find here so many questions are the easy, it is there. And another one question are the moderate. Why we can keep to the moderate? Conceptually not difficult, but calculative paper, that's why. So in this one, if you can see the paper analysis, question came from the statistics, different integration, differential equation also, 3D also it is there a question. Everywhere, every time we are checking in the 3D, always the question is coming from the point and line. Sometimes the mirror image, sometimes are the distance, sometimes is the photo perpendicular point. So must be you can go through that one. Binomial theorem, again the easy sum is there. Trigonometrical equation also. Limit sum we can say little bit calculative is there. Relation is the easiest one, the question. Overall we can see paper are the moderate paper is there. Few of the question obviously is the lengthy question is there. So my suggestion to the student, first of all find which question are the difficult question are there, means the calculation point of view. It will take the more time. Those questions don't try first. First of all you can find which one is the easy is there. Calculation are less. Those questions you can solve first of all. So according to me, if you are getting the 50 plus marks, that is the good score for you. Sure. So now chemistry sir is going to be discuss with you the chemistry question. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay, let us discuss remaining part of the chemistry. Okay, right. Right. The question, which set among the following has the same character of oxides? So similar question yesterday also they given, right? Which set among the following has the same character of oxides? Was oxides we can classify it into acidic oxides that are react with bases, okay, and basic oxides. Those oxides react with acids, and amphoteric oxides. These are react with acids and both bases. Okay, right. Metal oxides in +1, +2, +3 are basic in nature. Right. Metal oxides in +5, +6, +7 oxidation state. Right. Acidic in nature, and +4 are amphoteric. This is about what? Metal oxides. Okay. Non-metal oxides are acidic in nature generally. Acidic in nature. Okay. Metal oxides in lower oxidation states are basic, and higher oxidation state act as the acidic. Intermediate oxidation state like +4 oxidation state act as the amphoteric, right? Non-metal oxides are acidic, and metalloid oxides are amphoteric. Metalloid oxides are general trends, these are all. But there are some exceptions. For example, chromium oxide, Cr2O3. Even it is in the +3 oxidation state, it is not basic, it acts as the amphoteric. Similarly, V2O5. Okay, V2O5, right? Even vanadium in the +5 oxidation state, this is not acidic oxide, and it acts as the amphoteric oxide, which have the VO4 -3, VO +2. Okay, VO2 +1, right? Right, like that we have, and CO, carbon monoxide, and nitrous oxide, right? NO, nitric oxide, act as the what? Amphoteric oxide. Even these are non-metal oxides, act as the what? Amphoteric oxides. And we know that tin oxides and lead oxides are amphoteric. These things you have to remember to answer this question. Okay, metals in +1, +2, +3 oxidation states are basic. Metals in +5, +6, +7 are acidic. Metal in +4 oxidations are amphoteric. Non-metal oxides are acidic except amphoteric. What are the amphoteric? Carbon monoxide, nitrous oxide, and nitric oxides are amphoteric in nature in general, and metalloids oxides are what? Amphoteric in nature. A and Al, aluminum oxide and beryllium oxide, both are having the diagonal relationship. These oxides also amphoteric in nature. Okay, aluminum oxide amphoteric, and vanadium is in the +3, basic in nature. This is not the option. Same character they are expecting. Chromium oxide, chromium is in +3, right? Amphoteric, and nitric oxide is amphoteric. Then answer is what? 2. Both are amphoteric, same character of oxides they are asking. Then answer will be 2. That's it, right? Let's move to next question. Okay, 20 grams of hemoglobin present in 1 liter solution at 300 Kelvin. The osmotic pressure was found to be 80 mm of Hg. Okay, pi is equals to what we have? 80 by 760. Okay, pi they given. Okay, all right. Mass of the hemoglobin they given. What is the mass of the hemoglobin? 20 gram. And volume of solution is 1 liter, and temperature 300 Kelvin. what we have to find out? Molecular weight. Okay, what we have? Phi is equals to ICRT or ST. Solution constant we have to take, R is the gas constant, whatever, no issue. Both having the same values, right? And I is the what? I is equals to 1. Why? Because hemoglobin is the non-electrolyte. Non-electrolyte. For non-electrolyte, right? I value is what? 1. Quanta factor is 1. Then pi value they given. What is the pi value in ATM? 80 by 760. Right. Right. Concentration. Right. Weight by molecular weight into 1 by V. V in liters. 1 by V in liters. Into RT value 0.01. Temperature they given 300. Substitute the values. 80 by 760 is equals to weight 20, molecular weight we have to find out, 1 by 1 into this value is 1 by 12 into 300. 0.081 we can write as the what? 1 by 12. Okay, then upon solving 25, 4, okay, right, 190, right, x equals to 190 into 25. 190 into 25. 4750. 4750 is the answer. Nearby value I am taking this one. Both options the correct one. Right, let's move to next question. What is the next question? Okay, for the given reaction X2 gas plus Y2 gas gives rise to 2XY. X2 gas plus Y2 gas gives rise to 2XY gas. Okay, following data table is provided. They given the delta H values and delta S values. Calculate delta G at 600 Kelvin. As here delta H values are given in kilojoules, whereas delta S values are given in joules per Kelvin. Okay, what is the delta G of reaction? Delta H of reaction minus T delta S of reaction. What is the delta H of reaction? Delta H of reaction is, right, summation of delta H formation of products minus summation of delta H formation of reactants. First find out the delta H reaction. Delta H reaction equals to delta H formation of products. What are the products we have? 2XY. 2 into enthalpy of formation of XY minus summation of enthalpy of formation of reactants, right? What we have? Delta H X2 minus delta H formation of Y2. Substitute the values. Delta H reaction equals to 2 into 42 minus X2 80 minus 8, okay, is equals to 84 minus 88. That means what you get? Minus 4 kilojoules per mole. Delta H value we calculated. And we have to find out the delta S. I am finding the delta S over here. Delta S reaction is equals to summation of S of products, summation of S of reactants. Okay, products 2 into XY, 2 into 200 minus SX2 minus SY2, 250 minus 140. Okay, 400 minus 390. What you get? 10. 10 joules. Convert it into the kilojoules. 10 into 10 power minus 3 kilojoules is equals to what you get? 10 power minus 2 kilojoules. Okay, we got the delta H and delta S. Substitute. Delta G is equals to delta H minus 4 minus T. T is the what they given? 600. 600 na, right? At 600 Kelvin. 600 into delta S. What is the delta S value? 10 power minus 2. Delta G is equals to minus 4 minus 6 is equals to minus 10 kilojoules. That is the answer. Our answer will be first one. Answer will be what? First one. Right, let's move to next question. Okay, they given the statement 1. Okay, right, aldehyde treated with semi-carbonized, then what is the product? According to reaction, what we get? We have to remove water, RCH double bond N, right, NH CO NH2. Okay, CO NH2. This is the answer, but they given wrong one. This is not the correct one. And this is upon hydrolysis. What happened? Here you get CHOH and this is OH. Okay, water get eliminated because on the same carbon two hydroxyl groups are not exist. Not possible, they loses the water. When they loses the water, what you get? Benzaldehyde, benzene carbaldehyde you get. Yes, they given the correct one. Statement 1 is wrong. Statement 2 is correct one. Okay, statement 1 is incorrect, but statement 2 is correct. Option 3 is our answer. Okay, that's about chemistry paper discussion. Now let us discuss paper analysis of chemistry today paper, right? Let us see. Right, today paper it seems to be moderate. Moderate to some questions are somewhat more calculated, like questions from the thermodynamics involved in more calculation. You have to find out the delta H, thereby you have to find out the delta S. Some questions are very easy, some questions are moderate to tough, but doable. Every question we can doable. So let us see the paper analysis of the chemistry today paper. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Question, the first question what we discussed today's question paper, we are discussed from the chemical bonding, that is the hybridization part. Hybridization part. Okay, they given the question like ClF3, ICl2 minus, then we have to find out the hybridization, how many lone pair electrons are there, how many bond pair electrons are there in the given compound, thereby we have to get the structures of the compounds. That question they given. So that question is, sorry, okay, right? So we get the question like ICl3, ICl2 minus. Then thereby we have to analyze the question, how many lone pair electrons are there, how many bond pair electrons are there in the given compound, thereby we get the structures, shapes and geometries. So according to we have to answer the question, right? Question is seems to be moderate. Okay, if you are perfect in the chemical bonding, about the hybridization, about the molecular orbital theory, mostly they are focused in this examination hybridization part, Vesper theory, and also questions from the molecular orbital theory. Nowadays they are asking the question from the nature of oxides. Nature of oxides question also frequently they are asking. If you focused on these topics, you can easily answer these questions. Okay, right. Next question also from the chemical bonding, right? So in this session, two questions are they asked from the chemical bonding. Two questions. One is based on the hybridization. Next one is based on the nature of oxides. We have the three types of oxides: acidic oxides and basic oxides and amphoteric oxides. If you have the idea, if you know the tricks how to find out the acidic oxides, basic oxides, and amphoteric oxides from the given oxides, the trick I given what metals in +1, +3, and +2 oxidation state, generally basic with some exceptions. Metals in +5, +6, +7 oxidation states are acidic with some exceptions, and metals in +4 oxidation state are amphoteric with some exceptions, and non-metal oxides are acidic with some exceptions. That we can give the answer. This is also doable question. And from the chemical equilibrium, they asked the question based on Kp. This is regular question. This is the routine question from the chemical equilibrium. They will ask the Kp and Kc by given the an equilibrium reaction. That is also, you can see. General organic chemistry, they given the question from the structure of the organic compound. If you know the structure of the organic compound, we can discriminate what is the 1 degree carbon, what is the 2 degree carbon, what is the 3 degree carbon. Based on degree of carbon, they given the question. This is also very easiest question, right? And one more question they given. This time they asked the 3 questions from the general organic chemistry. Generally they will ask 1 or 2 questions from the GOC. This time they asked every question from the GOC based on structure, based on acidic strength, based on the application of electronic effects. They asked the question. This question is regular, routine question. This question is very basic question. This question also regular based on the applications of electronic effects, plus I effect, resonance effect, mesomeric effect, and hyperconjugation. Based on hyperconjugation, they asked the question. Okay, they asked the question based on haloalkenes and haloarenes, Grignard reagent. Grignard reagent, if it has the acidic hydrogen, it converted into alkane. That kind of question they given. This is also very easiest question. And they given the periodic classification. This is the regular question they asked from the atomic radii. When you preparing the periodic classification, we have to focus the main periodic properties: atomic radii, ionic radii, electron gain enthalpy. Very routine question, regular and repeated question. Ionization energy, electronegativity. Mostly these 4 topics we have to focus on these 4 topics. And question is asked from the POC. We can consider this is also GOC. POC question they asked. What is they asked? Qualitative analysis. Okay. This time they asked the question based on steam distillation. This time they missed the question from the quantitative analysis. Percentage of, find out the percentage of carbon, percentage of hydrogen, percentage of sulfur. Instead of that question, they changed the question pattern this time. In these 2 sessions, they asked the question from the POC, qualitative analysis. This is based on distillation, different types of distillation. So this question also doable question. Okay, thermodynamics question. Concept is easy, but calculation part is lengthy. We have to find out the delta H, we have to find out the delta S, and we have to substitute the values in the delta G is equals to delta H minus T delta S. And this question is doable, but calculation part is there. Okay, so we can say it is difficulty level. And question, generally they ask the question, general question from the amines is what? One is diazotization reaction, next one half-amine bromamide degradation reaction. This time they asked the question based on the half-amine bromamide nitration, bromamide reaction, degradation reaction, and also from the nitration of aniline. This is also doable question. We can say this question is moderate question. And this time, surprisingly, they asked the question, 2 questions from the biomolecules. 2 questions from the biomolecules. One is based on protein structure. One is based on structure of the glucose and fructose, anomeric form of the glucose, and the comparison between the structures of glucose and fructose, and that kind of question. This is also doable question. I can say it is the moderate question. And carbonyl compounds, question is from the carbonyl compounds, question is from the carboxylic acids. Both are doable questions. Hydrolysis of MeAcetal. What happened when MeAcetal upon hydrolysis what happened? This undergoes this ether part undergoes the hydrolysis, and two hydroxyl groups comes onto the same carbon. Then we have to remove the water from that carbon, and we get the aldehyde. And carboxylic acid preparation and properties, it is very regular and routine question. That is that they involve a sequence of reaction, they involve the HVZ reaction. Okay, HVZ reaction is involved along with preparation of carboxylic acid. They will give the cyanide, that is upon hydrolysis we get the carboxylic acid. After that they given the red phosphorus and chlorine, that is HVZ reaction. That kind of chemical kinetics, they given the zero order reaction, that we easily it graph kind of question. If you use this formula, T of is directly proportional to initial concentration. By using that formula we can easily do it. So this is also doable question, and they asked the regular and routine question from the coordination. Not surprising. It is not surprising question. CFT, that is the main important part of the complex compound. Crystal field theory, based on crystal field theory, that is moderate question. And the question is asked from the D and F black. Mainly they asked from K2Cr2O7. We should remember the colors. What is the color of K2Cr2O7? What is the color of KCrO4? Green color you have to remember, orange color you have to remember, you have to remember the KMnO4 color, you have to remember the K2MnO4 color, purple and green colors. So if you remember the colors, we can easily do the question, even we don't know the concept. So because in the question they give the colors. Okay, electrochemistry, and they ask the question based on the Nernst equation. This is also not surprising question, it is the routine and regular question. Nothing is surprise. Solution, they given the question just now I discussed, phi is equals to ICR. This is also expected question, nothing is surprised, right? They generally ask a question from the colligative properties, and they ask based on the what? Osmotic pressure. Finally question is asked from the P black. Okay, aluminum oxo anions of chlorine, ClO4 minus, ClO3 minus, their structures, their lone pairs, that kind of questions they asked. I feel, personally I feel the paper is doable paper. Paper is say easy to moderate. Okay, not we can say moderate, not we can say easy, but it is moderate, doable. Some questions are lengthy. Okay, thank you. Next session, Jakir sir will continue.
Thank you, sir. All right, so let's start the physics portion. First, we are going to get some of the last question from the physics, and of course, after that, we are going to see the analysis here. Okay, so about the physics, I would say overall the questions were easy, medium. There was one particular question which gave us a little hard time, which means we can expect some hard question which you definitely wants to avoid or give more time when you are going to solve them. Okay, so let's see. Soon enough we are going to get this thing in which you will be having 6 questions, and there will be one analysis. Now, like I said, if you are having a difficult question, skip it as much as possible, save it for the last, because that would be better for the students when they are in the examination hall. Now let's get started. The first question we got is easy one. This is regarding the thermodynamics. It says Pt to the power 3 is equals to constant. They're asking what is polytropic constant. All you have to do is P, and right here PV divided by NR power 3 constant. Then all you have to do is P to the power 4 V cube is equals to constant. Then PV to the power 3 by 4 is equals to constant, and just like that, voila, we got the next answer. Moving on to the next. An electron is moving with the speed pointed the de Broglie wavelength. Now listen carefully, this one is going to be calculated one, so we will be doing this way. First, lambda de Broglie wavelength is h divided by m into v. So h here is gonna be 6.6 10 to the power minus 34 divided by 9.1 10 to the power minus 27. Oh, sorry, if you are going to take this thing in kg and grams, be careful about this thing. 31 into 10 to the power, we would be getting here V, which is 0.8 into 10 to the power 3 into 10 to the power 8. If you solve the entire thing, you are going to get 3 into 10 power minus 12. Moving on to the next question. If the velocity of the particle is decreased by 20%, then the new de Broglie wavelength is going to be. Now, de Broglie wavelength, as we have seen, is h divided by mv. Now, later it becomes alpha time when its velocity decreased by 20%. That means 80% is left. That means 0.8 into v. Now, here, if you divide this, you will be getting alpha is equals to 1 upon 0.8. That is going to be 1.25. Moving on to the next question. Next question we have is a magnetic field at X. Now this question right here is the calculative one. So how do we do this thing? Pay attention. First of all, it is from the rotational EMF. So we will be writing here EMF is equals to integration 0 to L, because they're asking for the entire length. Then we have a formula called B omega, and of course B will be putting in this way, into dx. So let's put the value B naught e to the power minus lambda x and omega, and then dx. But when you're writing the velocity, oh, one more thing, if you're doing it in this way, there is another way, by the way, much simpler one, and that is B, V and L in that dx. Then here you will be writing B naught e to the power minus lambda x, velocity is gonna be omega x and dx. Now the main portion here is integration of, let's write this thing at the side, we want to integrate this thing called e to the power minus lambda x into x dx. So how do we do this thing? X 1 0. What I did is a differentiation of the first function, then integration of second function, which is this, then we get this, then we get e to the power minus lambda x divided by lambda square, and then cross multiply them with plus minus plus, a technique which you have learned in the maths. Just apply that thing, put it here, put the limit 0 to L, and if you solve it, let me give you a guarantee. First of all, you're not going to get L or 2L or even this thing. You know why? Because when you put this right here, e to the power 0, you're going to get this quantity 0, 1 upon e to the power minus lambda x divided by lambda square left, which means you're going to get a quantity called 1 upon lambda square, and that is only present in first option. And just like that, a very difficult question, a longer question can be solved in simple way. Moving on to the next we got a resistance is they're asking the maximum error in resistance while giving the voltage error and the current. So easy peasy lemon squeezy, all you have to do is percentage in voltage like error, which is going to be 0.2 divided by 20 into 100, which is going to be around 1%. Then same thing, percentage in current I, which is gonna be 0.1 divided by 10 into 100, that is also going to be 1%, which means percentage in case of resistance is gonna be percentage of voltage, which is 1, and then for current 1, because we know the formula called R is equals to B divided by I, both have power 1, that would be 2%. Now 2% is called delta R by R into 100 is equals to 2%. If you put the value of R, which is gonna be 20 divided by 10 as 2, delta R 2 into 100, 2 here, you would be getting answer as 0.04. Moving on to the next and last question here, what we have is basically they have given the mass of proton, mass of neutron, and they're asking simplest thing called binding energy. Now binding energy, how do we calculate this thing? Very easy. Binding energy per nucleons, so number n, is equals to delta mc square divided by n, or we will write delta m in terms of AMU, atomic mass unit, and multiply 931.5 and divide the number of nucleons or nuclei, basically the stuff which is in the nucleus. So here we can see this is 12 and the delta m is gonna be 6 into, now mass of proton is given, we need to be very precise about this one, there is no room for error, then plus 6 into 1.0086 664 minus that right there, 12. If you simplify this thing, you're going to get answer as 7.42. But this calculation might take a while, so say 2 minutes or something in the paper, and try to get this thing as correct as possible, I would say. Now moving on to the next, which is basically the analysis. So here is the awesome analysis we got here. In simple terms, let me tell you first. There are 1, 2, 3, or maybe just let's go for this. There are 10 questions from 11th you got, and remaining 10 questions you got from the 12th. That is 11th, that is 12th. Now what does it tells? That they are following the pattern of the shift 1. They are basically giving the equal number of questions from 11th and 12th. And another thing you might have noticed is in 11th we got 1, 2, 3, only 3 medium. Let's see in 12th, 1, 2, 3, 4, and of course a difficult one. So it seems like they are making the 12th one is a bit difficult and 11th one much easier here. Now another last thing is I would like highlight here, there is a modern physics and nuclear physics. I mean, come on, look at this thing, like 4 question out of 20. My god, that is a lot, which means the modern physics as usual is going to be important. The modern physics 1, modern physics 2, which means modern and nuclear both. And then we got gravitation surprisingly, and then my favorite thermodynamics, and RBD is always going to be there. So that's it for the analysis of physics. My only suggestion will be simple enough. Go for the simplest questions, go with the formula, make the short notes, and believe me, things are easy. If you just have a patience, ignore the tough question, done. So that is from my side, and that would be it. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe, like this video, and let's meet in the next one. This is Zakir Hussain signing off.